Hey guys, welcome back. The market is looking pretty boring right now. And I must admit, as a retail investor, things could look kind of depressing sometimes. And then you kind of think, did you make the right decision investing in crypto and all these alts? And I'm here to tell you that yes, we did. Before great things happen, there's a shakeout, many different shakeouts. They try to get you to sell. You don't want to sell. Remember why you got into crypto, and I'm going to show you some charts as to why we are in the right spot, and this is not the time to give up. We're so close, guys. So just stick with it. It's only the beginning, and then end of this year, next year, you should be very thankful that you stuck with it. As a matter of fact, I'm DCAing, and I'm not offering financial advice, but it's probably not a bad time to do so. So stick with me, stick with crypto. That's the way to go. And let's take a look and see what we got. So, if we look at fear and greed, currently we're at 27. So, people are pretty fearful. Sentiment out there is fearful. If you look at crypto Twitter, that's all you see, right? But you got to stick and follow the people that have been successful in this space. They know what they're talking about. They've seen the different trends, the different patterns, the shakeouts. You want to follow them. Stop following the naysayers because they're going to shake you right out of your wealth, the future wealth that you are trying to accumulate right now. So, pretty fearful right now. We got a lot of things going on in macro conditions right now. Just high interest rates, inflation is killing everyone right now. And then you have over in Japan, they're talking about interest rate hikes, and for the longest time they've been cutting rates. And because of that, people are selling off assets. We saw last week Nvidia released their earnings, and they had a good call. They beat earnings, beat estimates, but for some reason they sold off right after that. It's starting to come up again, but again, we're seeing that tech is taking a big hit. Nvidia was also served with a subpoena by the SEC for whatever reason. I don't think it's anything to be fearful of. If you're in the stocks, Nvidia is probably not a bad thing to get into right now. But nonetheless, looking at crypto is pretty bad right now, but we're going to stick with it. Looking at CMC, we look at the global market caps about 2 trillion. Over the past day, we're down about 0.5%. But if we look at Bitcoin, current price at the time of the video is 58 grand. For the past 7 days, we're only down 2%. But if you look at sentiment over at Twitter on the social media, you would think it's 20%. Only 2%, guys. Just stick with it. I'm going to show you a chart at the end of this video that's going to put everything in perspective. ETH, however, has been doing pretty bad, right? Grayscale has been dumping a lot of ETH, and I don't know, right now the sentiment for ETH, a lot of people have been selling. Will it get back to the highs? I believe so. I believe once Bitcoin hits 6 figures that ETH would do well as well. Just right now, it's not looking too bright. Solana's down almost 7%. I still love Solana. XRP is down 2.5%. Tron 5%. Toncoin down 15%. Past couple of weeks, the CEO was arrested over in France. And this is why decentralization is big. This is why we need it. France is just saying a lot of activities going on the Telegram site, and they're asking for his cooperation so they kind of figure things out. He doesn't want to do that, and because of that, they arrested him. So you have one CEO that's in control of everything, and that's what decentralization is all about. You don't have one entity controlling it, so they wouldn't be able to do this. Nonetheless, Toncoin had some breakdowns the past couple of weeks where it halted because of speed and everything like that, things that you used to hear about Solana. So Toncoin was on the up and up until this happened. So because of all that FUD, for the past 7 days is down almost 16%. ADA's down 8%. We have the hard fork, the Chain hard fork, that's going to increase governance and increase help with decentralization. Cardano is probably one of the most decentralized smart contract platforms out there. And that's why I like Cardano, no matter what the naysayers say. Then you have Avalanche. I like Avalanche as well. Avalanche has a lot going for it. Gaming, they have B2B, they have TLV as far as DeFi goes. They have meme coins, very nice. Chainlink down 8.5%. I still think it's a good play. It's not as sexy as the others, but it's going to be utilized. And then Near, looking at the top 20, is down 11.6%. And they're sort of like AI play right now. So there's a lot of good plays in the top 20 right now. Some good discounts to be had. So right now, shopping opportunity. When other people are fearful, this is when I like to get in. Now, What's leading to the Bitcoin trading sideways? Well, we already had, U.S. government was selling, Grayscale selling, Mt. Gox selling. There's a lot of people selling, right? But nonetheless, Bitcoin still did not hit 40s, did not hit 55. If it did, it was brief. It's soaking everything in. Just imagine if we didn't have all those headwinds. Bitcoin would be so much higher right now. But people can't sell forever. There's going to be an end. And when that happens, that should coincide with rate cuts here in the US and things will take off. But according to HODL 15, there was an outflow in the US Bitcoin ETFs. You see Grayscale, no surprise, sold 50 million. Fidelity sold 162 million. ARK 34 million. And then you have BIT sold 25 million. And I believe they said that BlackRock IBIT was zero. Although last week they did sell, which is like only the second time that's ever happened. So when you add all that, it's going to be some FUD and the sentiment is negative, and that's why Bitcoin is not skyrocketing yet, but it will. Another positive thing, whether you like her or not, she is now accepting crypto donations. So U.S. elections going to take place in 2 months, November 11th in the U.S. Kamala was kind of on the fence. You don't know what Democrats, what they were thinking about because, Senator Warren's on there and she has a crusade against crypto. But looks like one of the head figures here is accepting crypto as donations. We already know Trump on the Republican side is all about it. So could this be, them opening up and being more accepting of crypto? Only time will tell, but I think this is good news. Also, another thing. When you look at the FUD, look behind the curtains and see what's going on. According to this, we see that almost 726 million of USDC has been transferred to Coinbase Prime. Why do you think that is? All these stable coins, they're looking to buy something. And right now there's deals like I just showed you, right? I just showed you all these deals here, all these deals to be had. So you better believe the whales and people are going to start to buy right now, especially if this price dips down even lower, because we all know where this price is going to go. Just supply and demand economics that supports it, that this thing is going to hit much, much higher come the peak and parabolic phase of the bull market. So these whales, big money, they know what's happening and they're about to buy. And although we don't have these kind of funds right here to buy, whatever we have, we should probably do the same. Follow smart money. That's what I always say. And then also, if we look at the addresses that are over 1 Bitcoin in a wallet. So this is Bitcoin wallets holding one or more Bitcoin. You see that it's over 100,000 right now. And just look at that from 2012, just going higher, 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 and higher. So yeah, if you look at sentiment on social media, you would think that everyone's dumping Bitcoin and it's time to get out of crypto. Look behind the scenes, follow what smart money is doing, and you'll be all right. And also historically, September is not a good month for crypto, not even for equity stocks to say that. But if you look at this chart here by Negentropic X, you see that negative 37 2021, and then you have negative 19, then you have all these negatives, negative. So maybe historically it's not a good time, and it's showing right now. We're only 4 days into September and you already see that it's being negative. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this is just par for the course. But continue to grind, continue to DCA. That's what I'm doing. Hope you're doing the same. Now, I mentioned smart money. Let's see what smart money is doing. For week ending last week, look at this. Week ending last week, we have flows. So negative flows because of Bitcoin. And we mentioned the ETFs were selling, so that's negative. Ethereum, negative. But look at Solana. People are still buying, 7.6. Look at Litecoin, 300,000. And then you have Cardano, 300,000 of people buying. But what's surprising to see, with all the FUD, smart money is putting $7.6 million into Solana, right? That's good. So smart money is not giving up on crypto, and neither should you. And I can speak to Bitcoin having outflows. We talked about that. Ethereum, we talked about Grayscale selling and everything like that. So just stick with it. Now, with the stock market looking pretty bad and everything like that, we have in the U.S. on September 18th a rate cut, our first rate cut in 4 years. In 4 years. And then if you look at the markets, they're predicting 55% chance it'll only be a 0.25 cut. or over 45% chance that it'll be a 0.50 cut. That's higher than it's ever been. So let's see what happens. Let's really see what happens. It'll be pretty nice. If we get a 0.50 cut here, the markets and risk-on assets are going to skyrocket. And then also, former Fed president says soft landing has been achieved, predicts multiple rate cuts this year. So you add that with everything that's happening right now, election, rate cuts, money printers going to start going off, not only in the U.S., but all over the world. I think that we're due for a change. Right now, predictable. September historically is not that great. So right now, I think it's just a good buying opportunity. Let's just ride the wave. And then lastly, I'm going to leave you guys with this chart. Look at this chart here. This is showing after the halving and the price of Bitcoin after the halving. And that green shadow that you see right there is where we are in the market, right? So if you look at from historically from 2012 all the way to today, we're currently here, right there, right? And then what happens after this? If you look at the prior cycle, we were here, boom, up. Look at this prior cycle, exact point where we're at right now, we're only going up. One before that, this is where we were, boom, boom, up, and went down a little bit, up. So the trajectory is up, guys. So I get it. Fearful times, totally get it. But I just showed you things that smart money is still buying. They still believe in Bitcoin. Right now, this is the only thing that's not over. Right now, dollars are printing infinite amount. No matter what country you're in, they're printing infinite amount of that fiat. Bitcoin is very, very hard, and you can't print more of it. You can't control it. And one day, the world will wake up to it, and then you'll realize how valuable of an asset it is. So stay strong, and I just want to make this video let you know that Bitcoin is still the truth, and the top alts also good investments. So keep DCAing. Thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time, bye.